हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज के हमारे इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे ओरल एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स, जो कि एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स का ही क्लासिफिकेशन है बेस्ड ऑन रूट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। ठीक है, पहले पार्ट में हमने देखा था पैरेंटरली एडमिनिस्ट्रेड एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स और आज के पार्ट में हम देखेंगे ओरली एडमिनिस्टर्ड एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स। ओके, bleeding due to extension of pharmacological effect, ecchymosis, epistaxis, hematuria, intracranial or other internal hemorrhages which may at times be fatal. Warfarin can cause diarrhea, dermatitis, alopecia, and phenedione produces serious toxicity like fever, leukopenia, hepatitis, nephrotoxicity, agranulocytosis, and orange urine. It is not preferred because of high toxicity. Dose regulation: heparin APTT measurement, which is kept at 50 to 80 seconds or 1.5 to 2.5 times the patient's pre-treatment value, or whole blood clotting time kept at approximately twice the normal value. Oral anticoagulants are measurement of prothrombin time. अभी हम यूजेस ऑफ एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स देखेंगे। क्या है यूजेस? प्रिवेंशन एंड ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ डीप वेन थ्रोम्बोसिस एंड पल्मोनरी एम्बोलिज्म। ये सबसे मेन यूज है एंटीकोएगुलेंट्स का। प्रोफाइलैक्सिस इज नीडेड बाय बेड रिटर्न, ओल्ड पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव, पोस्टपार्टम एंड लेग फ्रैक्चर पेशेंट्स। Heparin is given subcutaneously in doses of 5000 units every 8 to 12 hours. Laboratory monitoring is not necessary with low dose heparin therapy. For patients who have confirmed deep vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism, heparin is given as IV bolus in doses of 5000 to 10,000 international unit, followed by continuous IV infusion of 750 to 1000 unit per hour. The goal in the treatment of deep vein thrombosis is the prevention of recurrent fatal pulmonary embolism. Heparin, with its rapid onset of action, is needed for initial treatment. Warfarin can be started along with heparin, and then heparin can be slowly withdrawn over 4 to 5 days as the action of warfarin develops. Okay, हेपेरिन देंगे हम, हेपेरिन के साथ में ही वारफेरिन देंगे, और जब हेपेरिन का एक्शन शो होने लगेगा तो 4-5 दिन बाद हेपेरिन बंद कर देंगे और वारफेरिन कंटिन्यू करेंगे ओरली. ओके, देन इन मायोकार्डियल इन्फेक्शन इट इज़ यूज्ड. Anticoagulants do not seem to alter the chances of survival of the patient with myocardial infarction, nor do they appear to have a prophylactic value. Their routine use in all cases is not justified. Heparin IV for 2 to 8 days followed by oral anticoagulants for 3 months are generally given after recanalization of coronary artery by fibrinolytic therapy. In rheumatic heart disease also anticoagulants used. The occurrence of emboli associated with rheumatic heart disease is an indication for long-term anticoagulant treatment. Miscellaneous, जिसमें होता है यूज पेरिफेरल आर्टेरियल एम्बोलिज्म, देन वास्कुलर सर्जरी, प्रोस्थेटिक हार्ट बॉल्स, देन रेटिनल वेसल थ्रोम्बोसिस एंड extra corporeal circulation. Then anticoagulants are indicated in these conditions along with antiplatelet drugs for prevention of thromboembolism. To keep patient long-term intravascular cannula or catheters, heparin 200 unit every 4 to 8 hours is given. Now let's see difference between heparin and warfarin sodium. In heparin given subcutaneously or intravenously, and warfarin can be given orally. Heparin binds to and activates antithrombin 3, which then inactivates factor 10A and other activated clotting factors. Thus formation of fibrin monomer and its polymerization are prevented. And warfarin prolong prothrombin time by suppressing the synthesis of prothrombin factors 7, 9 and 10 by the liver. Heparin prevents clotting of blood both in vivo and in vitro, and warfarin anticoagulant action only in vivo. Heparin is safe during pregnancy, and warfarin produces teratogenic effects in pregnancy. Treatment of warfarin toxicity is withdraw warfarin, give fresh blood transfusion, supplies clotting factors and replenishes lost blood. Alternatively, fresh frozen plasma may be used as a source of clotting factors. Give vitamin K1 phyton addion. It is the preparation of choice as it acts most rapidly. Dose depends on the severity of hypoprothrombinemia. Severe, give 10 mg IM followed by 5 mg 4 hourly. Moderate, 10 mg IM followed by 5 mg once or twice according to response. But it takes 6 to 24 hours for the clotting factors to be resynthesized and released in blood after vitamin K administration. Okay. Then low molecular weight heparins. Examples are enoxaparin, ribavirin and dalteparin. Heparin has been fractionated into low molecular weight forms by different techniques. Low molecular weight heparins have a different anticoagulant profile. Selectively inhibit factor 10A with little effect on 2A. They have a lesser effect on PTT and whole blood clotting time than unfractionated heparin. They also have lesser antiplatelet action. The advantages of low molecular weight heparin over UFH are better subcutaneous bioavailability 70 to 90% compared to UFH 20 to 30%. Longer plasma life, once daily subcutaneously administration. Since APTT or clotting time are not prolonged, laboratory monitoring is not needed. Dosage calculated on body weight basis. Indications of subcutaneous low molecular weight heparin are prophylaxis of deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. In high risk patients undergoing surgery, stroke or other immobilized patients. Treatment of established deep vein thrombosis are and to maintain patency of cannula and shunts in dialysis patients. Heparin antagonist are protamine sulfate. Protamine sulfate is basic protein derived from sperm fish. 1 mg of protamine sulfate neutralizes 100 units of heparin. It is given IV. It acts by binding to heparin and form complex which is devoid of anticoagulant activity. So friends, this is all about anticoagulant. Now anticoagulant chapter is closed. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.